Okay, let's bring some details in this project. I'll try to be as short as I can. So first thing what I want to show you, it's just a wind. Like you see, it's a simulation of a high wind. You see, this tree, it's like a high wind. We have like a middle wind. Let's turn on. It's maybe looks more good. So these trees, they are just frozen for a moment. They're actually not frozen foolishly, just for a moment, and after that they will catch a wind and do some cycle. So wait for it. Yes, they do that cycle, that's shaking, but after it they will stop. It's a speed tree program. They was created in speed tree and exported in Unreal Engine. Those trees, I just draw these trees in Unreal Engine. So this is difference, and this is how we have this effect. Also we have some bushes and grass. This is low wind. I call it low wind. Actually this tree is also using low wind. Actually it's physical behavior from speed tree trees and I just modify it a little bit. So originally you see these grass effects, but if I modify it for a branch, for example, let me apply it. It just changed the move. Let me show you what I did here. You see this fold position offset? I just applied speed tree node here and multiplied it. In speed tree node I choose branch and wind type best. You can play with it and get, for example, palm effect if you want. Also you can multiply it just to get more frustration. So how is this work? By the way, in original speed tree we have fraud and wind type fast. So fraud is like a palm with a leaf. Let me demonstrate quickly how it's working. For example, if we change multiplier to the 5 and apply, it's applying, and move is more faster. And just if we change, for example, for 1, it will be more slower. So that's how it's working. But originally I like it bushes, moves like a grass. So it's a repeating grass movement. But maybe I should apply this one, branch effect. Branch really looks good, and just change it to 2. Apply. Okay? It's more naturally look, I think. Maybe different materials to the different bushes. Okay? So we can just mix materials with type of effects, and you can get movement like what you want, you know. Also with this, but they also with started content. They are not bring it by SpeedTree software. So Also, I want to tell you a little about textures, because these textures just have normal map and bump. So it's look like 3D, but it's not 3D, it's just flat text. So look at it. It's flat. But if we look at this texture, it's actually 3D. They have displacement. You see? They have displacement. They actually 3D. There is some problems with this, because if you do this one, you see how this changing our primitive. But for a plane, it looks nicer. In my opinion, if you want 3D box like this, you just need to create it first in Maya, 3ds Max or Houdini and just export it for Unreal instead of creating this on Unreal. So let me demonstrate quickly how it looks like. If you open our material with real displacement, you see this, turn it on, you can see it here, tessellation enabled, and some modification. There is some tutorials how to do these things, you can find it. If you want, I can show you this tutorial, but if you will see just this texture, let me show you, or this one. There is no word position, there is no word displacement, they just have normals. So this is my difference between these visual effects. This material I have also created in Unreal with a tutorial. You can find it in YouTube world, or I will find it and give you a link. Also, I want to mention setting options. You just need to push play button and settings will appear. We can see here foliage distance quality. It's working around us, so let's leave it on medium or high. Also we can see texture quality. We can see better this option on the floor. You see this little bit changed. It's more like anisotropic filtering quality. Yes, it's more like anisotropic filtering. So we change it with distance. Effects quality. Oh, effects quality is just taking some time because they rebuilding actually shader. So all scene will be looking differently. So you better think about changing these options. So reshading is done, and you can believe me, it's working. So also we can see frame refresh rates. I have 144, 60 and 30. You can see it's more like you can see it with motion. Also I have shadow quality. Let's see it like that. On actually shadow. Shadow height, medium, low. So it's working. Anti-aliasing, low, height, medium, height, ultra. Height. Strange medium effect. Low, but low, medium, high. Post-processing, it's overall changing our graphic quality, I would say. Dramatically changed it. but it's working how it's working. And graphics, this looks like resolution resample. A little bit more about this panel. Oh, here it is. Here our panel, our buttons. You should put it by your hands, replace it and make some tags here. Then you should apply it to actually function and buttons. Here it is, you can see it. Our function. Actually, there is our low, medium, high, ultra. It's changing right here with some scripts. You can see it below, and some connections, even graph. You can find tutorial in YouTube world. I did it by tutorial. All these things. I can say it's easy stuff comparing to game logic. It's easy stuff. Try to imagine creation process. You can see it on this simple example. It looks so simple and works so simple, but so much work was already done. I think it's all what I want to show you. Thank you for your attention to this project. I hope to see you soon and have a nice day. Bye bye!